Hello everyone, it's Tim from Arcana. Today's MEVO White Belt training video is all about disconnecting spoke routers. You'll often need to disconnect or clean up a spoke router whenever that router won't be in use at that remote site anymore. Maybe in your environment, you have a lot of pop-up events where a router needs to be deployed at a remote location for a small amount of time and then cleaned up to be repurposed for its next event. Maybe you manage a bunch of teleworkers, and one of them is leaving the company or changing teams. In this case, you would need to get that router back from them. In MEVO, for any account listed as an active installation, you can either delete that account or disconnect the account in order to clean that router up. The main difference between the two is if you delete the account, you will also remove all the logs related to that account. When the device is cleaned up, MEVO is going to do a few things. It's going to release the IP address space that was assigned to it. It's going to clean up the PKIAAA account, and then it will try to factory reset the router. We can take a look in our live environment. In this environment, I have my White Belt training account. That router is currently offline. Let's see what happens when we try to disconnect this account. I can disconnect it by selecting it, going to More Actions, Request Disconnect. I can also just click the disconnect button over here. It's going to give me a warning, so I'm going to say that I understand and wish to continue, and click OK. And this will start off the disconnect process. For most operations in MEVO related to your provisioning status, you can click on this View button on the far right, and then go to Log, and you can see a list of everything that MEVO is trying to do. In this case, because the device is offline, I'm suspecting that the device cleanup portion is not going to work. So let's go back, and when this finishes, let's see what status MEVO puts this account in. Okay, so we've disconnected the router, and we can see the request status has updated to say disconnect dirty. So that basically just tells us that the router still probably has its configuration on there. MEVO wasn't able to SSH to it and factory reset it. Now, because we have our PKIAAA server, we aren't worried that if this router is powered back up, it will be able to reestablish its tunnel connection. In this example, our device is still online. So let's see what happens when I disconnect it now. So I'll disconnect. I understand and I wish to continue, and I'll click OK and OK. And just like our provisioning video, I have my handy dandy serial console available so we can see what's going on while this is disconnecting. I might speed up the video here because it will take a little bit of time for all of this to happen, but feel free to watch. Okay, so our router's reloading. We can see the reload command was requested. We can also see in the MEVO GUI that this time our request status is listed as clean. If you have any questions, let us know.